day to you all and happy 1st of March. So as I mentioned in Mrs. Dolding's Assembly on Friday, National Careers Week this year is all about belief. Believing that every dream is achievable, believing that anything is possible, and believing that you can empower positive change. We've all been through a really difficult time, but it's how we can change that mindset around, look to the future, and believe that the future can be positive. Is there something we can take away from this situation that can make us better people, better for employment, better for the future? So first person I would like us to have a bit of an introduction to today is Beyonce. So before she became a famous singer-songwriter, Beyonce had a job. And just while you're sat there this morning, I would like you to have a think about what you think Beyonce did before she became this incredibly famous singer-songwriter. So was she a cleaner, a coffee seller, a nightclub promoter, or an amateur magician? So just want to think what you think she may have been. Well, in fact, Beyonce was a cleaner. So she went from cleaning other people's houses to being this global singer-songwriter. And a couple of quotes that I've just got from her this morning, which I thought were very relevant to this year's National Careers Week. If everything was perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. I strongly believe if you work hard, whatever you want, it will come to you. I know that's easier said than done, but keep trying. Incredibly relevant for the situation we all find ourselves in, but keep going. We grow, we improve, we become better people. So a few words, positive words from Beyonce to start the day this morning. So going on a little bit quick. So thinking of yourself as you're sat there this morning, what does careers look like for you? Are you in upper 3? You've come to high school? And you're getting used to the Unifrog platform, which we use throughout the senior school. Are you learning how to upload competencies? Are you in lower 5? So you're now able to access the 6+ lectures, the 6+ careers. Are you starting to have an idea of the careers you may be interested in? So you're attending different talks to get an idea of what that career might involve. Are you in upper 6, where you're thinking about firming your first choice university? We're all in very different situations, but fundamentally, we're working along the pathway to our futures. So what does that future look like? So according to researchers, we are in the 4th industrial revolution, and COVID has meant that this may be moving much quicker than they initially anticipated. So when we consider the 4th industrial revolution, we are considering artificial intelligence, the impact of robotics on everyday life, on everyday careers. Computing is going to whole new levels. 3D printing, biotechnology. And a few examples of this in action. We have Tesla and Google's Waymo are in the process of coming up with self-drive cars. So although this process seems to be a long way off, they are coming up with this technology that cars can actually drive themselves. So people would no longer have to power cars. Maybe that will reduce the number of accidents. Maybe that will reduce the number of cars on the road. In their minds, this is the future. Amazon in the USA have a number of convenience stores which do not require people to run. So you go through the barrier, you collect your product, you go to a self-service area, and then you come out. It doesn't need people to run it. And actually, there are some evidence of this in our everyday lives. So if you go to Morrison's or Tesco, Waitrose with your family, you have the option to go to the self-service area where actually you can check out yourselves. So there's already evidence of this in its most basic form. I say this, but often if I go to the self-service, I have to get someone to help me because I put something in the bag wrong. So there's definitely room for improvement on that one. And something that really stood out to me is Stanford University have developed artificial intelligence algorithm which can identify skin cancer in humans with the same accuracy as dermatologists. So if you, for example, had someone who was unable to attend work for whatever reason, you could rely on the algorithm to continue that work. And scientists believe that they could get this technology to the point where it's more accurate than the human eye. So you can see just how we're moving, what the future is beginning to look like. And for some people, that might feel a little bit daunting. But let's think about the COVID situation and how it's changed working lives. Even as a PE teacher, I've had to adapt. I've had to do online lessons. I've had to become comfortable with technology, using breakout rooms in Google Meet, using Jamboard online. All these things have had to happen because of the global pandemic. Think about who looks after you at home. How have their lives, how has their career been impacted by COVID? We've all had to adapt, and this is what the future is looking like according to researchers. Now, how can we use this to influence how we think about our lessons and what we're taking part of in school? So typical skills for future roles, self-directed learning. Now, we've had to do a lot of this while we've been learning from home. So most people have done exceptionally well with having to motivate themselves and learn from the other side of the screen. We've had to build networks of partners and skills. And what they're saying is these skills are only going to help us for the future. So another thing to consider within school, and something that's in our power, when you get to the stage of choosing your GCSE options, thinking about how careers are changing, how skills for the future are changing, is that going to come into your choice when you consider your GCSEs or even your A-levels? You can see quite clearly that technology is having a big impact. So is computer science something that you may consider taking to support you and your future? You may not necessarily have considered this, and you might be thinking, well, actually, the career pathway I'm thinking of doesn't really involve computer technology. Has the pandemic changed that? We've all had to adapt. So are these things to consider when you get to that stage in your life? Is having those skills with technology going to help you when it comes to choosing your university or your apprenticeship? Is it going to put you in a better place than someone else? So these are all things to consider this week and moving forward. Now, what is going to be happening, Miss Mickleburgh says with the technology, what is going to be happening this week at Norwich High School? So this morning we've had our introductory assembly. Tomorrow in tutor time, I'm very excited to be launching our Spotlight on 6+ Careers programme. So this is an opportunity for everyone in the senior and the sixth form to engage with different question and answer sessions with people in a variety of different professions. Now, I know some of you have already had a sneak preview of this on the Norwich High Careers YouTube channel. But in tutor time tomorrow, you are going to be asked to choose one of these videos to watch. It may be a career that you're already interested in. It may be about finding something else, about a different career. So one video, and then you will review your experience on Unifrog. That's very important. So when it comes to logging onto Unifrog, you will see an interaction at the top of your page that I have uploaded, and it's a case of commenting on the 3 questions. Your tutors will reiterate this tomorrow. If you feel you want to watch more videos, you can come back in your own time. On Wednesday, upper 4 to lower 6, you will be off timetable lesson 6 because you have an opportunity to visit a virtual careers fair. A really exciting platform with many different global companies. Really exciting opportunity. More information will come to you on Wednesday. Mrs. Musson is also leading a Women in History Assembly with the 5th form. And on Thursday, it's World Book Day. So a really good opportunity, if you're interested in careers involving English, to consider how or what you could do moving forward in the future. So there's lots to come this week. All information will be posted on your year group Google Classroom. Your heads of years and tutors will be available to support you. But it's such a good opportunity to really think about believing in yourself, believing you can make change, and believing in being positive. Let's move forward. Let's think about the future. And just finally from me, a few statistics. So we've now been using Unifrog on a regular basis in the senior school and 6th form since September. On the left, we have student logins per year group in the last 6 weeks. So Miss Coote and Lower 5, you are currently leading the way, just ahead of Mr. Thomas and the upper 4s. Now, I would like, with everything that's going on in National Careers Week, to get those percentages for each of our year groups even higher. You'll see on the right-hand side the consistent competencies that are being logged. I'm so encouraged to see the staying positive competency is at the top. The positive programme, Mrs. Dolding's been talking about the importance of our mental health. It's really great to see that competency slightly higher. Problem solving maybe needs to be looked at, but certainly when we get back to school, I really want to see those competencies being logged. So well done to Lower 5 and Miss Coote and the tutor team. I'll be really interested to see that changing after this week. So National Careers Week, super excited for you all to engage in the different things that are going on. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you for listening. If anyone ever has any questions, please feel free to drop me an email. I've had some really encouraging meetings with girls in different year groups who are really thinking about their future. So please feel free to speak to me. I always find the time. Thank you so much.